'Tis the season for these little creatures to get into areas that you don't want them to. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Do you have bats in your home?
Animal control experts say August is the most common time of the year for calls about bats, with about 180 calls so far just this month here locally. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleider talked to some bat experts to learn more about the dangers.
Bats are one of the most commonly reported rabid animals and are the leading cause of rabies deaths in the U.S., according to the CDC. Experts say the best way to protect yourself is to stay away from them if possible. However, experts also agree if you do find a bat inside your home and have been in close contact with it, the bat should be captured for testing.
It's important that that we know about that, and we can send an animal control officer out and attempt to capture the bat, and if necessary, take it in for testing.
Testing the bat is important to determine if it has rabies and whether any vaccinations are needed if a person or animal is bitten. However, rather than try to capture the bats yourself, it's best to just get it contained to one area of the house and let an expert capture it.
You don't want to risk any exposure. Bats have awfully small, sharp teeth, and they can scratch you or bite you and you may not even know it. And of course, the public health risk with that kind of exposure is potential rabies transmission.
Daine-Patton, the owner of Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention in Lincoln, says his company specializes in bat and rodent exclusion, and if you find a bat in your house, the first thing you should do is stay calm. He reiterates that you should try to keep track of it, get it contained to one area of the house, and call the experts to come take care of it. If you suspect a bat is living in your house, there are some common signs to look out for.
If you see any kind of pellet droppings on the outside of your house or inside of your house, when bats commonly go in and out of homes, they leave rub markings, which would be kind of like a greasy brown spot on the outside of the house. Scratching noises in your walls or attic is fairly common when you have bats.
If you are bitten by a bat, it's important that you get in contact with a doctor to see if you need a rabies vaccine. Rabies is easily preventable with a vaccine before a person begins showing symptoms. However, once symptoms begin to appear, the vaccine is no longer effective and the chance of survival drops to less than 1%. Bat bites can be very small and often go unnoticed until it is too late. The CDC recommends that if you come in contact with a bat, even if you aren't sure if you've been bitten or scratched, talk to a healthcare professional. Reporting in Lincoln, this is Matthew Mittleider, Channel 8 News.
Now, as for costs, Animal Control says it won't charge you, but keep in mind all they'll do is get rid of the bat. They won't climb ladders or get on the roof.
At Bats to Rats, there is a cost, but they'll do whatever it takes to get rid of the bat as well as investigate and fix it so they do not return.